Oh yeah, Elizabeth, you go right, I'm going left.
Hey, Joel here from State 48 Exotics, and we're outside today. We're outside for really no particular reason other than I really wanted to show off all of this hard work we put in to get this grass in. So here it is. Well, first we got the moto van. Yeah, can't go wrong with the moto van. But yeah, we put in all this freaking grass. And my lawnmower broke, so now I have to go get a lawnmower, of course, to mow all of this down. But excited for it because now I can get some pretty cool, I feel like, cinematic shots of the snakes kind of going through the grass, and the retics are going to absolutely love this. Like, bringing them out here is so much more convenient than having them, you know, kind of on you or bundled up in a small room where they can get into literally everything. Like retics go everywhere, and when they're, you know, I don't have giant retics just yet, but Pebbles is getting pretty big. She's, I don't know, roughly 10 feet long now, and that's substantially longer than me. And so wrangling her down when she wants to go up or left or right or into the snake rack or anything like that, like, holy cow. So this grass is like fundamental. Additionally to that, it's this dude's it's his first time ever having grass. We've never had grass for him, ever. I mean, he's seen grass. Obviously, my parents' house has grass, but he's never had the opportunity to just play in grass. So excited for that. But other big news. Wednesday, it would be, I believe, the 10th on Wednesday. We are having Chris Graham on the Reptiles Unplugged channel. And just to give you a quick glimpse of what we're really bringing to that interview, we'll go ahead and segue to a little clip.
Oh yeah, on Wednesday, July 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, you are gonna witness greatness as the Macho Man's got a date with destiny. Reptiles Unplugged YouTube channel is gonna get a major upgrade and have the distinguished honor to be blessed with the presence of the Macho Man. Joel and Adam have had some of the best breeders in the industry, but you know what they say about the Macho Man. Better than the best. Yeah, better than the best. We are gonna blow the roof off of this place like the attendance record in March of '87 at the Pontiac Silverdome, when 93,000 people came to watch the Macho Man. So be ready on Wednesday, yeah. Oh yeah, Elizabeth, you go right, I'm going left.
And we're back. So now we're in the snake room, but yeah, there's Chris in all his glory, the bearded legend, aka Macho Man, aka Chris Graham. So if y'all haven't checked him out already, you need to jump over to his channel, his new channel, and get caught up and get some questions prepared for him. Wednesday's interview is literally, it's probably going to be like one of our best videos that we've had yet. So I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to have him on really the very first season, episode 1 of season 2, let's call it, for Reptiles Unplugged. So super pumped on that. I hope you all can make it. I know time constraints are, you know, never perfect, but luckily it's on YouTube forever, right? So you can always check it out later. Full circle. Let's segue back to I don't know, anything else that might matter or might not matter. But baby season has officially taken off. So super pumped on that. Oh my gosh. So the problem with baby season is, like, you wait, you know, forever, and then you get eggs. They lay eggs. That's like, you know, the first milestone. So then you're like super pumped for that first egg lay, right? And then what ends up happening is you have like 55 days to just sit and wait. And then a lot of times, 55 days comes, they haven't pipped yet, and then you're at that crossroad where, you know, I don't know, some people cut, some people don't cut, blah blah blah. There's that whole controversy. Oh my gosh. like the worst itchy eye in America right now. I don't know what's going on with that. 55-day window where you're waiting for these eggs to pip and kind of take off, right? And so you get that. So that's where we're at. They pipped. I did some cutting to the ones that hadn't pipped yet. I always wait for a couple to pip before I really dive in there and cut. I don't know. I know a lot of people can get away with you can cut early, you can cut late, blah, blah, blah. Some people don't cut at all. Honestly, it was killing me not knowing what was going on in there. So we had 2 pip. I went ahead and cut the rest, and it looks like a really cool clutch. It was a surprise clutch. And by surprise, I mean I thought it was a different dad. And so I really thought my Coral Glow Pied had gotten the clutch. He didn't. My Leopard Yellow Belly Het Clown, Het Pied got the clutch, so we did get some cool snakes in there. I'm not going to show them in this video. I know, I'm just sitting here talking about them, but that leads me to where I'm at for the transition is now I'm in that like gray area where they just haven't came out of the eggs yet. So there's 4 babies out. It was a 6 egg clutch. 6, that is 6 egg clutch. 4 babies are out, 2 are still in the egg. So I'm waiting until they all come out so that I can do a little bit of a cleanup video like my good buddy over at Balls to You always does. And we'll get that out, and that'll be, I feel like, a better representation of what's going on rather than just kind of like looking in the eggs. I don't know. Can't really see that much that way, and I suck with working this camera properly. Full circle, I guess we could just pull out some snakes really quick and I could chat about that and show some what have yous off. Okay, so Hope, this is gonna get kind of complicated. The Orange Dream Cinnamon Vanilla Bongo that was in shed in that last video is officially out of shed, and here she is. This snake is insane to me. Like there's so many genes in there going on that it obviously that like is overwhelming in itself that, you know, the snake just didn't turn solid white, because that's a common problem when you start stacking a lot of genes. The snakes just turn white or black, you know. But what's really cool about this is, you know, it has vanilla instead of fire. So, you know, breeding it next to a fire or anything like that, we're not going to get any white snakes. Cinnamon, you know, will give you a pretty dark snake, but it's you got to plan your breedings. You know, you got to really plan your breedings to where you don't get those white or black snakes, let's say, unless that's what you're shooting for, because white and black snakes, you know, equally just solid black, solid white, really pretty. Obviously, I have a blue-eyed Lucy here, and he's gorgeous, so I do like the solid color snakes. But when you're shooting for combos and color trades and stuff like that, I don't know, it's a good idea to kind of take that in consideration. So there is cinnamon in here, so I don't want to really breed this to another cinnamon. And that's just something to consider. I don't have another cinnamon in here, so that's not really going to be a concern for me. But yeah, just something to consider. But here she is. Like, I think this snake is going to look insane as it ages even more. The colors on this snake have really only gotten better, in my opinion, you know. And then there she goes. She's doing the stretch, the ball python stretch. Yeah, I really like this snake. And to give you a little insight into the story, I picked this girl up from Ozzy over at Ozzy Boyd's. What ended up happening was there was a... one second, I'm going to put her away. She just ate last night. I don't want her out too much. Yeah, so what ended up happening with that girl, when I got her from Ozzy, we shipped. He shipped her, obviously, because that's what you do with these snakes is you put them in a box, you give them to FedEx, and you ship them. But the problem arose when there was a mix-up by FedEx or something, and there was like a 2-day delay in Indianapolis, and obviously like the heat pack ran out. This wasn't really in the dead of winter, but it was still cold out. So when she arrived like completely lifeless, right? And so it was pretty sucky, to say the least, pretty sucky. But we ended up putting her, you know, getting her out and just like letting her be here in the snake room. The snake room's, you know, roughly like 81 to 83 degrees, depending on the season we're in, summer or winter. And I just let her heat up slowly in here, and there you have it. She's alive, you know, she's thriving actually. So it's a testament really to how hardy these animals really are, and it's also a testament to the difference between cold and hot. I don't think if she was left in that box and it was 100+ degrees outside, she would have made it. Heat is substantially more devastating to these animals than cold is, and that kind of goes for everything, really. I mean, heat stroke will ruin your day, whereas, you know, being really cold, maybe you get some frostbite and we just chop off a finger, right? But you still live. It's tough, you know, the denaturing of proteins, the et ceteras of that, like, heat's rough. But that's why her name is Hope, because we had to have a lot of hope that she would come back, and she did, and she's thriving. She's another one of my strongest feeders, and I just can't wait to get her in the lineup. I haven't really decided what I want to breed her to just yet. I mean, in an ideal world, I would have a clown-pied male hatched and ready to roar for her by the time that would happen, and I could instantly get into some of the double recessives, which is like, that's like my favorite thing. Let's see, should we pull out another snake real quick, I guess, since I've just been kind of rambling on this video. Woo! Okay, so finally got her out. Bit of a effort to get her out and wrangled, but here she is. This is Twinkie in all her glory. She is a lavender, you know, I've showed her off a bunch actually, and very, very recently I've actually shown her off, but she is a lavender sunfire marble. Gotta love what marble does. Gotta love albinism in these retics, man. It's like the gene to have to me. Like, it's incredible the colors you get out of the albinisms for the reticulated pythons, between the purples, obviously the lavender, and the et ceteras. But here she is. You know, the marble really did a ton to this animal's pattern. The sunfire made her bright, and it's making her hold her color really well, so that's what I really liked about her. When she was younger, her tail, it was so orange, it was madness. I love the color palette of the lavender and the purples in the albino and the reticulated pythons. I'm not honestly the biggest fan of the albinisms in ball pythons compared to the retics, but yeah, here she is hanging out, doing her thing. She's always pretty active this time of day, so I like to get her out, which is another reason that's going to be really cool when I get that grass a little cut down. Though it may be like a little jungle for her right now, I want to kind of get that trimmed down so I can actually see the snakes while they're in it. All right, so it's that time. We're ending this video. We're ending it now. We're ending it strong. We're ending it strong with a little bit of the retic action. Yeah, she's just, I don't know, every time I pull this girl out, it just blows me away more and more. I really do love this snake. Yep, here she goes. She's wrapping the camera. There we go, wrapping the camera. All right, anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in this long. If you're still here, jump down in that description. Go check out Chris's channel. We hope to see you on the Reptiles Unplugged chat this Wednesday. It's going to be a really fun interview, and I hope you have a chance to make it. And be on the lookout for that clown clutch cleanup video. That should be hopefully out, I would think, by the end of this week. I really feel like the last of those little critters are going to be out of their eggs, hopefully by the end of today. You know, hopefully, because I really want to see them. Selfishly, I want to see them real bad, real bad. But anyways, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch any of these rants and rambles that I do, and we'll see you in the next one.